And let's turn to the election now, where the polling booths have just closed and counting is underway. Rick Arden is at the WA Electoral Commission headquarters in Northbridge. Rick, it's a race to 30 seats.
That's right, Sue. That's the magic number to get control of the lower house and form government. Both the Premier and the man who hopes to replace him were out campaigning today until the last moment, visiting marginal seats to sway undecided voters. Jessica van der End begins our coverage.
Yeah, good to see you.
After weeks of handshakes, kisses and promising the world, it comes down to this. Mark McGowan trying to achieve an unlikely victory.
I don't have any regrets. I know I've done my best.
Could be facing a challenge to keep his current job as opposition leader if the margin is as big as opinion polls suggest. This was on his home turf in Rockingham. Who are the candidates in your seat, do you know?
I have no idea.
One of them's Mark someone. Does that help you out?
No idea. I just know I'm voting for Liberals.
A predicted 7% swing the Liberals' way would see Labor not only unable to win the 4 seats they need, but risk losing as many as 11. At risk, Albany, Collie Preston, Kimberley and Pilbara. Forestfield, Balcatta, Gosnells, Joondalup, West Swan, Belmont, even Shadow Minister Margaret Quirk's seat of Girrawheen, Labor heartland.
The will of the people is the will of the people.
Win, lose or draw, is Mark McGowan say?
Look, that's a matter that we'll discuss with our colleagues.
Independents Adele Carles and Janet Woolard also fighting for their political survival. Only 2 first-term governments since World War I have lost, so both the odds and history are in Colin Barnett's favour. He insists, though, he's not taking victory for granted.
There's 12 seats in my mind, but I don't know who will win.
Mount Lawley, one of them, where it's former copper Bob Kashira's comeback versus Liberal member Michael Sutherland.
Oh, hello, Michael. How are you?
Crossing paths voting at Yokine Primary. And so the counting begins.
Logistically, it's massive. We've been setting up since the 25th of January.
The leaders, candidates and their constituents now wait. Sarah, what do you think of all this? Proud?
Oh, extremely proud. I think Mark's done a wonderful job.
It's an important election for Western Australia. You change the government, you change the state.
Jessica van der End, 7 News.
I'm joined by political editor Jeff Parry. Now, Jeff, it really has been a case of a campaign dominated by Perth's worsening congestion problem, hasn't it?
I think Transport stole it, Rick, and particularly Labor's Metronet, which was their plan for inclusive of a rail line to Ellenbrook and a rail spur to the airport. Controversial as it was whether they could fund it, the Liberals said no. They had to respond with their own rail plan. They're also building a rail spur to the network, but they're also promising some roads as well. So both of those were very, very big spending issues.
And tonight, is this all about marginal seats?
Oh, I think so. I hate to disappoint the voters of Churchlands and Cottesloe and the big safe Labor seats, but their votes don't really mean as much tonight because it's the marginals, it's the Forestfields, Rick, Albany, Morley. Those are the seats that are on a knife's edge, and they're the ones that will decide, the government, and they'll particularly have a say in whether Colin Barnett and the Liberals are able to get to that magic 30 number that you spoke of and govern in their own right.
OK, thanks, Jeff. That's the latest from the tally room. Sue, it's back to you.